Good morning, 8th grade. How are we doing today? Welcome to Lutheran Schools Week. We are going to do a little note taking here for math, your obviously favorite of all things. If you would find a blank piece of paper or take out a piece of paper, we are delving into the wonderful world of percents. I will try not to bore you as much as usual. Try to make this exceptionally exciting and fun. This time with percents, we are dealing with percent change. Boom, boom, percent change, and quite often, sometimes we call it markup or markdowns. You know, if you go to a store and they have a sale, stuff is marked down, so you get a percent off, or you pay a percent of, either way to look at it. Stores mark up prices so they make a profit. And also sometimes it's called percent change. So these three, look for these keywords and you'll know that's what we're doing for the thing here. Let me give you an example. Oh, I don't like the books ones there, but I suppose. From the book, it says the number of airports, write this down, the number of airports in the U.S. Airports in the U.S. in 1985, which was a while ago, was 15,161. Why we have to start with such a hard number here? 15,161. And then the number of airports in the U.S. in 2005, which has been 15 years ago, that's 30 years ago, or 30 years difference from, was 19,854. 19,854. And the question is, what was the percent? This would be a percent increase. What percent increase was this? What percent increase? Now, any of these things that we're doing today, there's more than one way to do it, and if you got your own special way to do it, by all means, feel free to use it. But this is the way that I found works best for most children. Okay, and here it is. For the percents we're doing today, we make some percent boxes. And these percent boxes are just a little bit different than the ones we have been using in the fact that it's this. Okay, again, this will be our percent column. This will be our actual. The top row of the column is our original or our 100%. This is the 100% because what's happening is we're taking all of something and either adding a percent to it or subtracting from it. In this case, because this went up, we call this an increase. What percent increase? Which we don't know. And then we get our final percent. Okay, so we've got 6 boxes here. We'll only need to deal with 4 of them, but 6 is what we have to start with. And sometimes we'll look for the final, sometimes we'll look for the increase, but here's what we know. We know originally in 1985, there were 15,161. 15,161. And then finally, in 2005, there was this, 19,854. And the question they asked was what percent increase, and that is this box here. So we need to figure out this so that we can make a ratio. So what we're going to have to do is actually do that subtraction. Take our 19,854, subtract the 1,561, 3, 15, 9, 8, 7, 6, 9, what is that, 4,693. So now I can make an equal ratio problem here. I don't know this. I know this fraction has to equal this fraction. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to write it over here. I understand that you are now in the world of incredibly high numbers, and I don't really expect that you need to spend your whole life doing all these calculations when we do have calculators and stuff. So feel free, as long as I see your work here. I don't, you're gonna have to do some cross multiplying here. 1,500, 161, and we do this times this has to equal 100 times that, which we just add 2 zeros because it's times 100. All right, and then to find the answer, it's just going to be dividing 15161 into that. Like I said, I don't expect that you need to spend your whole life doing that. So feel free to pull out your Chromebooks. You can Google calculator. I'm sure you people are all over that, so I don't need to go too deep into that, but I will do it right here. Let's see what we got. Hopefully this works out. I'm sorry, lost my train of thought. 4, 6, 9, 3, 0, 0 divided by 1, 5, 1, 6, 1. Poof. Oh, great. What did I do? Sorry, kids. Just one of those days. 4, 6, 9, 3, 0, 0 divided by 1, 5, 1, 6, 1. You got nothing better to do today anyway. There you go. 31%. We round it to the nearest percent again. So right here goes a 31, and that is percent, and that would be the percent increase in airports that you do there. Let's do one that's not quite so obtuse. Let's do a good old store problem. How about write this problem down? A music store, yeah, like anybody sells CDs anymore. A music store marks up the price of a CD by 70%. Here, music store marks up the price of a $9 CD by 70%. What's the final price? What's the final price? Oh, it's a great question. So again, here's what it would look like. Here's your percent/ratio box. I'm still trying to figure out how to write on this thing. Here's our percent. Remember, original is always going to be 100%. I know I am marking it up 70%. This is a percent increase. And then our final percent, final price, I'm going to be paying 170% of what the CD originally cost, which was $9. So here I have all the pieces to my puzzle. I don't need to know how much it went up. I just want to know what its final price is. So 100 over 170 equals 9 over n. Boom. 100, again, cross multiplying. Or if you want to make the problem simpler, we could reduce this fraction, make it 10 over 17. 10 times n equals 9 times 17. What is that, 153? Just divide by 10, move the decimal back one place. This would be $15.30 because it said what was, sorry, that goes in this box. $15.30 was the final price. Again, there are other ways, if you're mathematically, you'd say, well, I'll just take 70% of $9 and add it to it. You know what? If that works for you, I'm not that kind of an ogre, but please don't tell me you don't understand it. Let's do one more. How about this one? Oh, I don't like that one. How about this one? It said binders sold for $4.95. Binders sold for $4.95. Poof. They now sell for $3.87. Now on sale for $3.87. What is the percent decrease? What percent decrease? In other words, what the sign would say, what percent off are you getting? Let's take a look, see here. Here's my box. It is a it is a percent decrease. Here's my percent, my original. It's a decrease, my final. I know I started at 100. I don't know any of my other percents, but I do know my starting price, and we could do this, just change this to cents so we don't have to deal with decimals. 495 cents. I finally pay 387 cents. What is going to be my sale price is always the decreased percent. So I'm going to have to do my subtracting here. You really don't need a calculator for that, I hope. I'm getting 108 cents off. So here is my ratio, my fraction. 100 over what number equals 495 over 108. Doing the math there, 495 times what number gives me 108 times 100, which would just be that. Divide by 495, divide by 495, and again my answer is going to be a percent there. Here we go. Obviously that would fall right in front of my thing. 1,000, 1,800 divided by 495 is, look at that, and again might as well just round to a nice neat 22% discount, which, by the way, what percent would you be paying? Well, 22 from 100, you are paying 78% of that there. Hopefully 8th grade, that gets you there. Weren't the easiest of problems, but you know you're in 8th grade, so welcome to the jungle, guys. Thanks for tuning in, even though you didn't really have a choice. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. We'll see what we can do for the rest of the day. We'll see you later in class. Have a good day.